Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Pure Fiction has just reset, and this is our first endgame reset of the version 4 Plain Acadia cycle. Now, we're not going to be using any version 4 units right now. We are on the main account where we pull the Yaogong on our old account, and then, like I mentioned, on the main account we're going to first pull Sparksy, and then if we win the 50-50, then we'll have a go at Yaogong. But for the time being, we're just going to have to go ahead and stick to some of our older units. Namely, that is on the first half going to be our good old dot team, and then on the second half we will be going for the Remembrance flagship team. To be fair, I'm just going to be grabbing both of these buffs just because, I mean, both teams use basic attack and skills. I don't think we need the elation damage or the break damage, so yeah, we're just going for the middle buff here. I don't think it's that insane for every team, but oh well, we'll have to go ahead and get the job done. Of course, Black Swan did get some buffs this version, so you know, I am hoping for the best. With that being said, let's just hop right into things, but real quick, if you're not playing characters in Plain Acadia, then I have the perfect thing for you, and that's a sponsor, lootbot.gg. You can use Lootbot to top up on your fairy games like Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact and save up to 30% off, along with great value offers like the all-in-one bundle, guaranteed limited and rerun character bundles, and the limited 6,480 Oniric shards pack that lasts for the first week of the brand new version. If I were to buy the 3,280 Oniric shards and get double with the top up bonus, all I have to do is enter in my UID, region, and go to top up now, and they typically arrive in less than a minute. And they also have thousands of positive reviews on Trustpilot. Also, new users can get 10% off, and returning users can get up to 8% off in the first week of the new version, so be sure to check out Lootbot with the link in the description. Back to the video. Well then, with that being said, let's just hop right into the first half, starting off with our dot team. Now, as you can see, Black Swan is now in our first slot. That's because we have the Lushaka set on both Kafka as well as Don Heng. So we want Black Swan to be getting the attack boost, the attack boost, because previously, before the buffs, Hysilens was the main damage dealer of the team, and now it is Black Swan who's the main damage dealer of the team. So yeah, now she gets in the first slot so that she can get all of our Lushaka buffs. Now, oh, actually, wait, I wasn't meant to basic attack on Don Heng. I was meant to use his skill. Okay, I'm already messing up. That's just lovely. Let's go ahead and just use our Kafka ultimate here. We're gonna have never mind, two enemies taken down. One is basically 1 foot into the grave, but oh well. There we go. Now he is down himself as well. We're just gonna use Kafka's skill right down the middle here. That should take out 2 enemies at least, like so. Okay, we're getting some punchline here. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't bother reading through our through the elation mechanics. Also, I thought the elation mechanics were only going to work on elation teams. I did not realize that they were going to work on every single team. But I suppose if they're going to gate content behind the punchline mechanic, then I guess it is mandatory for every single team. Although I am curious, maybe they did mention this in the live stream. I watched part of the live stream, although I stopped, I think, kind of after the banners were released. So yeah, I wasn't listening right after like the character reveals and the banner info. So yeah, I don't remember if they said how long the punchline mechanic's gonna stay. Is this gonna be a brand new thing in the game, or is this only gonna be for elation teams afterwards? I have no clue. I don't know. And to be fair, if it does stay permanent, then I'm not fully sure how I feel about that, to be honest. But oh well, we're just gonna have to see how this goes. Anyway, go ahead and pop our ultimate on our Black Swan as well. I think I keep forgetting to change my Don Heng PT's bondmate to Black Swan so that she can get the extra attack buff from him, but now that I'm mentioning it, I will make sure to go ahead and do that next time. But yeah, I am very happy that the dot team got another buff. You know, first of all we had Hysilens release, first we had Nova Flare, then we had Hysilens release, so yeah, pretty damn good stuff. Like I said, very nice to have all teams getting buffed. I just wish we had more Nova Flare buffs. Now, I am expecting us to get a new one when, what's it called again? When the anniversary comes around. So, you know, that would have, I guess that's going to be 2 in a cycle, but I just wish we had like another flare once every like 3 patches or something. But anyway, there we go. Black Swan is finally our bondmate. We have over 50 Arcana stacked up on this guy, which is huge. We love to see that. We're ulting for 963k there. We also love to see that as well, considering the fact that Dot is not shielded in this Pure Fiction whatsoever. This should give us a realistic performance of the Dot team's performance in regular gameplay. Let's just have everyone spawn in, and then we can go ahead and pop our Hysilens ult, which also does do a decent bit of damage, 1.3 mil, like so. yeah, I think Black Swan just feels like a way more complete unit nowadays after the Nova Flare buffs, which, you know, for an old unit, it is definitely nice to see buffs for older units, like I said. Also, like I said previously, wish there was a bit more. SP generation also feels, or well, just SP economy on this team feels like it doesn't take such a heavy load as it did previously, which is very much appreciated, that's for sure. Let's just go ahead and skill, and then ult, and then ult. Here, I don't believe we really wasted any of Kafka's follow-ups, so this ult should give us the max, or not, we shouldn't be wasting any damage here, at least I believe not. A nice 531k there from the Pushton, but I will say I am very excited for Sparksy to release. Actually, wait, maybe I shouldn't have skilled on Black Swan there, because now I'm gonna have to basic attack on Hysilens, but we should be fine still. We get the basic, and yeah, we're gonna basic and then still. Okay, our SP economy is gonna be fine. At least it should be. Unfortunate here that Kafka is just away from her. Actually, no, wait. Okay, never mind. We get Kafka's ultimate here. Okay, all good. We're chilling. But yeah, like I said, it feels good at a team this old where, you know, we have a version 1 unit, a version 2 unit, a version 3 unit, and a free unit. I will say I am very excited for Archer's buffs. Well, not Archer's buffs, sorry. The Sparkle buffs, which in turn make Archer a much easier character to use if you do not have her. I mean, first of all, if you don't have her, you get her for free. Perfect. And if you did have her, then she gets buffed, so the team gets even better. So I am very high on Archer right now. I cannot wait to go ahead and finally be able to try him out at his full potential. Because, you know, everyone was glazing Archer, but then here I was, no Sparkle. But now Archer, free unit, Sparkle you can get for free and is buffed. Heng PT, free unit. Just throw in like one of Silverwolf or Tribute or Cypher and you're absolutely chilling. So yeah, I went from being quite pessimistic on Archer, and I think fairly so, because Sparkle was a very niche support before this, and now, you know, like I said, you can get her for free, and she's even better, so she's no longer so niche. So yeah, I think that's very nice for Ohio to do for us. Also, we are nearly hitting 30k here on this half, which is great. We love to see that. Like I always say, 30k is kind of the average you want. I normally go for at least 25k on one side and then 35k on the other side, because one side tends to clear better than the other. I don't think we're gonna get 35,000, but we should get at least 30,000, I believe. Just gonna go ahead and basic, because we're close to our ultimate anyway, and then now we ult, and then we ult also on our Kafka. There we go, that's 30,000 points. Will we get to 35,000? Like I said, I doubt it, but maybe it will happen. We'll have to go ahead and see. Also, appreciate all the well wishes when talking about some recent news. Like I said, hit my head, wasn't fun, but hey, we're doing better now, which is very chill. I was finally able to get the Yaogong video out, even though it was slightly delayed. I will say, slightly unfortunate also that I forgot to bring my house. Sorry, not my house, but yeah, I forgot to bring my mouse. I am back home from uni, as I mentioned, so yeah, it would have been nice if I had brought my house. Now I have to instead use this really terrible cheap one, which I don't even remember ever buying, but I guess I must have bought it when I was like a little kid or something, just because I thought it had RGBs and it looked cool, but I don't think it's ever been used, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I'm currently stuck on the current setup. Let's go ahead and skill here on our Hysilens and then ult on Kafka. This will be the finale. So yeah, we don't get 35k, but we do still get over 30,000. Like I said, our main goal was to hit 30k, and we hit 32.7, maybe slightly more. 33. Okay, yeah, 33k. We'll take that. All we have to do is go ahead and get 27k on our second half, which shouldn't be very challenging to do. Let's just go ahead and use all of our techniques here as well. But yeah, like I said, happy with the dot side, and now we just need the Remembrance team to not let us down. But to be fair, when does the Remembrance team ever let us down? So once again, Remembrance team, no shilling involved, just pure. I wouldn't say this is the most free-to-play team. Obviously, this is our account is fully free-to-play friendly, full F2P, full E0S0, never having spent anything, blah blah blah. I say this very often, so you know, don't want anyone to get sick of me saying it. Anyway, let's go ahead and use our attack here on our Evernight as well. Already deal most of their HP, which of course is very, very nice. Prioritize getting our Cyrene ultimate up. Let's go ahead and skill on our Hysilens Popper ultimate so that we get even more Memo Sprite actions, and we should get one more Neverwing action before we get our Cyrene ultimate. We should. I'm guessing. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get 60k here. I'd be pretty surprised if we don't. We can go ahead and pop the ultimate there on our Castorice now. 29%. Will we maybe take it out with just this Neverwing? Okay, yeah, 24%. I think if we killed the entire field, that does 24%. So I believe we should already be moving on to the second wave. Let's see. Yeah, we do, with even more left to spare than expected. That's slightly awkward. Let's go ahead and just do that. And that. And then I think we're gonna basic attack here on our Hysilens because we're gonna get our ultimate activation from Cyrene anyway. Now let's finish our Neverwing and then pop our Cyrene ultimate again, and then we can reactivate our Hyacine ultimate as well. So now we ult our Castorice so that we regain 100 energy. And then I will say also this Remembrance team does generate quite a lot of punchline from the looks of things. Go ahead and pop this on Evernight as well. And then, do I want to pop our Evernight ultimate already, or do I want to let the enemies hit me a bit? Actually, I'm definitely going to go ahead and pop the Hyacine ultimate here. And you know what, I'll pop the Evernight one as well, might as well get some extra damage in, why not? Also will generate some more new butt for us, and then considering the fact that there's a lot of enemies who are about to take their turn, we should generate quite a lot of energy from getting hit, so we should get our ult before this one runs out anyway. At least that is my logic. Will we even be able to get another Neverwing here off with our enemies' actions? Never mind, these guys aren't damaging us, so we won't be able to. That's unlucky, but oh well, close enough, might as well. You know what, I'm actually going to go ahead and pop the Castorice ultimate here anyway, because otherwise we would be overcapped slightly when it comes to our Hysilens, and I feel like we can kill most of the field anyway, so I don't think we need a whole 200%. Yeah, there we go, 15%. So we should be able to kill them before the next Neverwing, which will allow us to save a Neverwing for the final cycle. Just go ahead and basic attack on our Cyrene ultimate here. There we go, 8% left only. Summon these guys in, and I think this should get the job done if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does, perfect. Now we can go ahead and skill on our Castorice as well, generate quite a lot of new blood. Toward the next one, go ahead and skill and ult on our Hyacine. Once again, just a heck ton of new blood. But yeah, like I said, very happy with Sparkle and Black Swan being the ones getting the Nova Flare buffs that upgrades two decently free-to-play friendly teams. Obviously, the Archer one is more free-to-play friendly, but Dot has been around for so long that it's a relatively free-to-play friendly team. And like I said, free unit, version 2 unit. Although Black Swan isn't on the selector, which is curious. That does feel a bit strange. That probably says something about how strong they believe that the Dot team is right now, if she isn't part of the selector, even though most of her fellow units are. Okay, never mind that. Okay, we're popping our Neverwing now because we don't want to, once again, we don't want to overcap on new butt generation. So let's go ahead and pop this. Then we can go ahead and pop our Cyrene ult as well. We are very close to getting 60k already, so this should be our Pure Fiction clear done just like that. Which, you know, I'm very happy because the MOCs have been a bit more of a struggle recently. But yeah, I will definitely be testing out Archer now that I have Sparkle and the Nova Flare buffs in a video. So we'll have a free-to-play E0S0 Archer team along with a Nova Flare buff video coming out later in the current Pure Fiction, seeing if maybe those will allow us to clear the brand new Pure Fiction. That would be, not Pure Fiction, but a brand new Memory of Chaos. That would be pretty hard because we still haven't cleared this current one just because I was too lazy. We got close and then I was too lazy to retry a million times. It was a whole fiasco. So yeah, anyway, we're very close to our 100k. I think we're honestly gonna get it off of this Hyacine skill, which is pretty funny if I say so myself. Yep, there we go. Got it off of little Ika, which is lovely. Now, I doubt we're gonna 40k, but I mean, we might as well keep going. There's no reason for us not to. We have Evernight coming up next. I think off of Evernight's action and then the enemies hitting us, we should have enough new blood for our Neverwing. Let's see. Will you attack us in the first place? Yes, you will. This should be 100%. I mean, 200% no. And okay, we're just gonna have to deal with the 198 then. Too bad. Oh well, tried our best. Like I said, we don't want to overcap too much on new bot generation, so just go ahead and pop the ult one more time. But yeah, haven't had the chance to experience the current Trailblaze quest, unfortunately, but once I'm back at uni, we should have time. I know it's not quite as long as some of the Amphoreus ones, which is good for me because I love the Amphoreus, although at times it dragged on just at certain times, and then also I fell behind because I was so short on time in recent times, so yeah, didn't really get the chance to finish it off, but I think we shouldn't have that issue with playing Acadia if things continue as they are. We will definitely be able to get at least one more Neverwing off, possibly another one even if it's not at 200% charge, but let's go ahead and ult our Evernight as well, so we'll deal some extra damage here. This will get us to what, 155%, that's solid. Go ahead and ult on our Cyrene as well. Would be nice if this would have generated some new buff for us as well, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. We're gonna have to Hyacine skill, and then I believe, you know what, I'm gonna just pop another Castorice ult as well. Actually, no, I should wait for the 200% there, not gonna lie. 21% is kind of what Castorice would have generated for us, but I'm greedy, and I want to get one more Neverwing in, so yeah, I don't think that was optimal. I think the ones we did previously were close enough to being optimal, although maybe this one wasn't. I don't know what's better, a 200% Castorice ult and then possibly not another one, or guaranteeing the second one, but using 180%, 179% instead of a bit more. But oh well, we get the Hysilens ultimate here as well as the Cyrene ult, so yeah, we definitely will be able to pop one more Neverwing, even if it won't be the strongest one. But either way, I don't think we're going to be getting 70,000, but hey, we'll go ahead and take over 60,000 anyway. Like I said, the most important thing is that we go ahead and clear, which we definitely did do. We get one more turn with our Evernight. I believe we still have our buffs up. Yes, we do. Perfect. So there we go. We can do one big hit here, and then the enemies should attack us like so, and now we get to pop a 126% Castorice ultimate. And let's see, do we take out 2 of the stings? If so, that would actually be some nice contribution towards our point total. Do we hit 70,000? I highly doubt it. Wait, maybe? Never mind. Okay, 69.4 thousand. We'll go ahead and take it. But yeah, there we go. We weren't able to use any elation units, but hey, we still managed to full clear the current pure fiction, which I will definitely go ahead and take. So yeah, with that being said, let's hop straight into the character builds and outro. Well then, there you have it. Both the Dot team as well as the Remembrance team made pretty quick work of the current pure fiction, well, the version 4.0 pure fiction, which, you know, I'm happy. Good thing that elation shilling has not gone crazy so far in the first pure fiction, although let's hope things might change in Memory of Chaos, or maybe in the future pure fictions. I'll have to wait and see how the version develops, although, you know, so far could be worse, so, you know, don't want to complain quite yet. Although I definitely don't want to keep my expectations too high for Hoyoverse, because they have disappointed me in the past. But oh well, anyway, when it comes to our Dot team build, Hysilens first of all, 3.3k attack, 135 speed, because she is on attack boots. We do hit the 123 EHR threshold. She is on S4 of Eyes of the Prey. Traces fully maxed out, and then also on the prisoner set, getting as much effect hit rate as well as getting to 134 speed. And then she is on the Revelry by the C set, and then Eidolons are E0. When it comes to our Kafka, she's on 3k attack, 163 speed, as well as hitting over 80 EHR. She is also on the Silver Flight Cone S5, so that we can get as many ults as possible. 2p speed, so that we can hit that 160. Don't have an Eagle set for her, unfortunately. And then Lushaka, previously for our Hysilens, currently for our Black Swan. Our Black Swan is on 3.4k attack, base speed, along with a 126.8% EHR. Eyes of the Prey, S1 only, but then she is on the EHR relic set, so that she can hit that 120. We swapped her from the speed boots onto the attack boots now, because most of her stuff is linked to her own turns as opposed to the enemies now. So yeah, hence that, and then E0 as well. And then our Heng PT is on 142 speed, 3.2k attack, Yanqing light cone, because it's the highest basic attack light cone that we have. Other than that, other stats don't really matter as much. Trace is fully maxed out, and then on the shielder set, but that doesn't matter because his team doesn't really use crit damage. And then, oh wait, here, I actually have him on Pentacon instead of Lushaka. That's okay. Oh, I stole my Lushaka for our Sparkle. Whoops, that's awkward. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take those back. Okay, Black Swan's performance could have been improved even more so on this team. Whoops. I didn't realize I had messed around with that, but anyway, Castorice 7.7k HP base speed so that we get the 32 from Poet set to get 102% crit rate, 174 crit damage which goes to over 300 in battle. S1 of the Gotcha Remembrance Lightcon, Traces E0, Relics on the Poet set, double crit, crit damage with crit rate, HP boost with double crit, and then crit rate, and then double crit here, and then Hysilens E0. When it comes to our Cyrene, over 6k HP threshold, over 180 speed threshold, 50% crit rate threshold, and we do also hit the 104 crit damage as well, which is very nice for us. Himiko Lightcon as well, Traces basically maxed out, and then 2p speed so that we can hit that 180 threshold like I mentioned, Von Wax so that we can act 3 times in the first 150 AV as well, Hysilens E0, for our Evernight 7.5k max HP, 103 speed, so base speed, and then 67.3% crit rate, which we do get the plus 55 from her Traces / passive, so that's over 100% crit rate, and then we get, I believe, nearly 400 crit damage from team buffs as well. Lightcon, once again, S1 of the Remembrance Lightcon, Traces maxed out, and then Relics, double crit damage with crit rate, HP boost with double crit, and then double crit, and then only crit damage here, otherwise we'd already be overcapped, and then Hysilens E0. Finally, our Hyacine, over 5k HP threshold, 200 speed threshold, don't quite hit the 100 crit damage, but oh well, it's close enough. S5 of the Hertastol Lightcon, Traces maxed out, and then Relics on the Warrior Goddess set. In order to give our entire team that crit damage buff, our priority here is picking up as much speed and HP as we can, and then we get a bit of extra crit damage along the way, and then also on the Giant Tree Planar Ornament set, and finally E0. So yeah, that's it for our character builds. Let me know what you guys thought about the current Pure Fiction. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.